Alright, Shalom, Shalom Israel, first and foremost. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, God, Son, and God. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Show up to my Akim, walking more diligently, waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kyle Cup coming at you with another lesson. And today we're basically gonna go into Slovakia. Bear with me. We're going to go into a couple of different topics, alright? So, first thing we want to talk about is, keeping the ministry blameless, alright? Let me actually see if I can get that. Bear with me, Slock. Alright? Because basically what we want to talk about is how a lot of different groups will have one set of doctrine, but Esau will just paint it as if we're all of the same mind. Alright? When that's not the case. Alright? Different Israelite groups, believe in different things. Okay? And it's very common. But yet, it doesn't matter because they're going to take the umbrella term of Hebrew Israelites, okay, or black Hebrew Israelites, all right, and then say that we all are doing the same thing when that's not the case, all right. So let me get this. Second Corinthians chapter 6. Verse 3. Giving no offense in anything that the ministry be not blamed. All right. So that's what we have to do. We need to, the banner of, Hebrew Israelites, okay, can't be faulted. Or for example, when we come out here, we can't be doing stuff that will make people think that, the banner of the black Hebrew Israelites, all right, their goal is to subjugate and take up arms and shoot down any and all so-called white people that they see. That's not our aim. That's not our goal. And as a matter of fact, we condemn people that do that. We say that you're not supposed to do that. All right, that's not our place. It's not our lot to do. All right, and I don't like this angle. I'm not gonna lie. Let me see if I can fix this a bit. This is a lot better. Slovakia. This is a lot better. Alright, so with that in mind, we have to make ourselves as good examples. One example or parallel to that is if you know about Islam, all right, they say that one Muslim represents 1,000, or one Muslim represents the entirety of Islam. Okay, so they say that you always have to be a good person and show proper decorum, show proper behaviors, all right? And, you know, in all honesty, that's true, because how an outside person views us, okay, it's going to be a big, what's the word? A big thing in the long run, okay? Because if they think that, Hebrew Israelites are the equivalent to the KKK, they're going around lynching so-called white people, which that's not the case. We don't do that, all right? As a matter of fact, there was this one instance, okay, on the news where they said that a so-called black Hebrew Israelite, all right, targeted the so-called Jays, okay, and they said they labeled it as a hate crime, when in actuality, the first day they did the news coverage on it. It was these two people, a man and a woman, and then the second day that they covered it, it was two completely different people. So how did their face change completely in the span of a day? All right, like that's the thing, that they're, you know, trying to find fault in us, all right, and make us look bad. They always try to make people look bad, and that's not a new tactic, because they've been doing that with what's it called, Palestine, Iraq, all right, everyone, all right, to try to sway the court of public opinion in their favor, okay. But then even now, or in more recent times, all right, the people have been waking up to that deception, and they've been able to recognize and see, oh, you know what, these people are lying, all right, or they're not receiving the full truth of it, okay. And then in addition to that, you also have what's his name? What's that guy's name? Chief Ephraim, all right. Or I kind of want to say HOI, but I don't want to blame them as a whole just yet. But so far, I will say the heads of HOI have been kind of moving kind of offish in speaking as a man, all right? Because I remember many years back, all right, what's his name? Elder Zabak, Priest Zabak, all right? He had made a video called "Chip No Dip," and I remember this so vividly. I remember this so well because it was one of the biggest, the most impactful videos that I remember, because it was kind of like one of the days where I was starting to realize, we should not really be watching these just any other camp. That was just a wake up call for me personally, all right? Because GMS has been saying that, and I used to disagree with them. I used to say, that's kind of counterproductive. Like, should we all, join up hand in hand, do this and the third or whatever? But then, obviously as time went on, through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, he opened my eyes to help me realize that no, GMS was right. We can't be just joining in hands with just anyone, because you don't know their motive. You don't know if a person's motive. Just because they seem to be on your side, let me actually get that. Just because they seem to be on your side initially, all right, they might have an ulterior motive. All right, let me get this. Amos chapter 3, verse 3, can two walk together except they be agreed? So how can two people walk together? How can two people say, oh yeah, we want to go into the same common goal, when their common goal, they don't have the same common goal, all right? One of them wants to keep people from destruction, or keep our people from destruction, and the other people are leading them into destruction. So how are we going to walk together with someone like that, okay? Or even if both sides want good for us, the methods that we fundamentally disagree on, okay, we still can't walk together. all right? Because one of them is saying, okay, we can get salvation if we take we can get salvation if we take the C hip, okay? And another one is saying you can't get salvation if you take the C hip, okay? So in that fundamental disagreement, all right, because one of them is preaching, oh yeah, go ahead and take it, who cares, it's fine, it's nothing, all right? Because of one person saying that, and another one person saying, if you take that, you're going to die, the Lord is not doing it, okay? Then that is a completely, that's something that cannot be compromised on. Okay, we cannot say, okay, well, you can just take half of it. You can only take it if it's in your hand or if it's in your head or whatever. Okay, we said you cannot take it no matter what. No matter what, it's just a complete no. All right. And again, like I was saying, before I gotten sidetracked. But as I was saying before, you know, we can't. They were the ones that they were the start of when I realized that you can't just go watching any camps. There are some camps, not just GMS. You know, there's Prophets in Babylon. I want to say Judah Flame, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but there are some camps that are affiliated with GMS, but they all still follow under the banner of, you know, GMS. Anyway, aside from that, Slakia, for that rant, there's also the fact that going back into HOI, how they are in all honesty trying to incite violence, which again, like, that's not our motive. We should know. Let me get that as a matter of fact. Matthew chapter 10 verse 16, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Okay? So the scripture says, that he sent us as sheep in the midst of wolves. All right? So it also says, be harmless as doves. We're not supposed to be seeking to harm people. We're not supposed to. Let me also get this, lucky. Second Corinthians chapter 10 verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahawah to the pulling down of strongholds. So our weapons are not carnal, meaning they're not physical swords, physical guns, or physical whatever, okay? But you have, what's his name? Chief Ephraim saying to get freaking, what's it called? Sprite cans, water bottles and whatnot. Like that man is straight up going off, okay? I don't know how irresponsible do you have to be to tell a bunch of so-called black people, okay, or tell the Israelites to go get ready to pick a fight with some people that were protesting. Go somewhere else. That's not your business. It's not your. They weren't even protesting against you. They're protesting against someone else entirely, and you're making it your duty to get involved with some. Let me get that. Okay, let me get that as well. Sirach chapter 11 verse 9. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not, and sit not in judgment with sinners. Okay, so basically, mind your own business. All right, like again, what are they doing over there? Why are they going in the midst of a protest that has nothing to do with you? They weren't protesting or talking shit to you or any of your people, or literally none of the matter had anything to do with you, and yet you're saying, number one, you're getting in the midst of it. You're getting in their vicinity, when you knew they were going to be there. You knew that there was going to be a protest. Most of these protests tend to be scheduled, okay, and people tend to know about it. So as a result, you thought, okay, let me go at that time to that protest and pick a fight with some random people. This is some odd behavior, and again, it's intentionally trying to rile up Israel to go fight with other people. For what purpose? Just to make us look bad. All right, it is just straight up foolish. And the crazy thing is, he's supposed to be an elder. He's supposed to set a proper example for the younger brothers, like myself. All right, and look at him trying to pick a fight. Like this is literally this is actual foolishness. It's straight foolishness. There is literally no justifiable action for not only the camp that was there, as well as him telling them to go over there to go pick a fight with them. Like that's stupid. That's reprehensible. All right. Anyway, moving on. Saki again. Like as we are going farther, closer and closer to the end, okay, getting more and more to Jacob's trouble and harder times. All right, we're going to see that they're going to take situations like these and say, oh yeah, these so-called blacks, Hebrew Israelites, whatever, or these Israelites, or so-called black people that claim to be Israelites, okay, they were inciting violence, not only inciting violence, but they were acting upon violence, doing this, doing that, and the third, and whatnot. Okay, so that he's putting. Not only is he putting the ministry in danger, he's putting our people in danger. He's putting anyone who claims to be a Hebrew Israelite, even those that are not in camps and whatnot. Just for you saying, "Oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite," then you're going to be associated with them. Okay, and even in addition to that, it's not, because I don't want to just, I'm not just talking about HOI or Chief Ephraim or whatever. It's anyone and everyone. Sakari too, with their what's it called? I believe I haven't been keeping up with them, but I have heard that when they go to camp, they're like fully armed. They have what's it called? Those bulletproof vests and whatnot. Like that's I could be wrong on that. Might need to fact check, but overall, like any camp that does that, they're definitely wrong. It shows the spirit and mindset that they're in, okay? Because the Lord didn't tell us, oh, get your bulletproof vest and whatnot, or prepare physical weapons of warfare. Okay, as we just read in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, I believe it's 10 verse 4. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, as I had read before. All right, our weapons are not. We're not supposed to be taking up, carnal weapons, and we're supposed to be taking up the spiritual weapon, which is, This is all we need. All right, the scriptures. Even in that one movie, The Book of Eli, what's it called? That one guy that was trying to get his hands on the book, okay, which it was actually a Bible, okay. Spoiler alert, I guess, I don't know. In the Book of Eli, when Eli or whatever, Denzel Washington's character was carrying that book with him, all right, the guy, he even described it as, and again, he's talking about the Bible, the KJV, whatever you want to call it, but the Bible, he was describing it as a weapon, the most powerful weapon, this and the third, basically gassing it up to be the best thing imaginable, all right? And again, like even Esau can acknowledge and understand the power behind the scriptures, and how the scriptures are way more powerful than any weapon, all right, that Esau could ever conjure up, all right. And even to add to that, it's funny because I just heard yesterday there's this bomb or nuke, whatever, called the Tsar, I believe. It's a Russian bomb, TSAR, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I believe that's the name. Where they said that if Russia nukes Japan, not only will it take out Japan, but it will also take out either one or both of the Koreas. So, like, they have a lot of weaponry. They have a lot of what's it called? Just firepower in general. All right, but yet still, Esau still acknowledges, not all of them obviously, but you know, the ones that matter, can still acknowledge that YAHAWASHI's power is still greater than that of any nuke that they could ever create or come up with. All right, they have these bombs that are. They said that they could take out the entirety of that same bomb could take out the entirety of Europe. All right, like this is no joke. This is nothing to scoff at. This is some heavy duty firepower. All right, just imagine just being on a continent and you're in range for a bomb to eliminate you. And then they were saying that the only ways to escape suffering damage from it in terms of like either dying or the blast radius was to get into an underground bunker, an underground shelter or something like that. All right, that's I have to say that's actually something, because you've seen these post-apocalyptic movies where there is these underground bunkers, and if you go outside, all right, then the aftermath of the radius is still poisonous and it can kill you. All right. As a matter of fact, well, yeah, that's basically it. That's a summary of it. Like, even the aftermath of not only the blast radius of the bomb, but the aftermath, the lingering after effects of the bomb is still deadly and can still kill you. All right, like that's a very terrible thing. But we, you know, being in this truth, we have faith that the Lord's going to deliver us out of that situation, out of that perilous time. Okay, no matter what's going to happen, you know, the Lord's going to either rise us up with the chariot, or find us a safe place or something. Okay, we need to have faith that the Lord's going to deliver us, protect us, preserve us in our time of trouble. All right. Let me also get moving on to another, or basically same topic, but generally the same thing. Oh yeah, we have to be aware of these, you know, agents, all right? Because again, as I mentioned previously, HOI, they also, not only are they telling Israelite, because he was saying, calling all camps to come to, I believe it was Chicago Park, or some park in Chicago where they were having the protests. Okay, which it's actually crazy that, again, I already spoke on it, but yeah, it's actually crazy. Anyway, you have these figureheads, or these high-ranking role models, if you want to call them that, all right, that's trying to tell Israelites to go do this and the third, go pick fights and stuff like that. And if you remember, what's that one movie? Judas and the Black Messiah, I think that's the name of it. one of the main Black Panther Party, okay, he had like his right-hand man who was an agent for Esau, all right, give him some medicine or basically try to incite him to do all this stuff, X, Y, and Z, all right, and he sold him out. So who's to say that either Chief Ephraim is just being foolish, all right? Which honestly, Slocky, I don't want to bash him, but I mean, in all honesty, I have to call it how it is, all right? Because he has been in this truth for a long time, but is he actually sincere? Is he being foolish by telling our people, not just his camp, but which his camp will probably listen to him just because he has seniority, all right? But also telling other camps that may or may not listen to go and do what he's gonna do, all right? So as a result, is he being foolish, or is he actually set up to lead some of our people, okay, potentially our sincere brother, down a path, a snare, a trap, or whatever, all right? These are the questions that we truly need to ask ourselves, okay? And speaking as a man, I honestly, I can't really say, I respect HOI and the other camps, okay, in terms of pushing the word out, because in all honesty, I did come into this truth from HOI. I was studying, I was watching, not studying under, but I was watching the videos of many different camps in my infancy days, of being in this truth. So I will give them the respect of pushing this word out, yes. But outside of that, I can't really respect them. But when they go and lead our people astray, or lead our people down a snare, lead our people down a wrong path of trying to incite violence, if not inciting violence, but also causing or starting fights and violence with other people. Okay, so I cannot condone that, and regardless of my respect for them, okay, which actually that's what the scriptures say. Let me get that as well. Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 17, ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is Yahawah's, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. So we cannot, so regardless of the respect that not only I have for him, or for whoever might have for him, if someone is going off, you have to correct them. You have to, let me get that as well, Slock here. You have to let them know that they are going off, all right? I just forgot it. It just escaped me. Thou shalt not respect a person. Slovakia. I forgot the precept I was about to get. Slovakia. That's why I'm gonna just focus on getting the precept next time. Slovakia. Anyway, now you're not supposed to respect person to judgment. All right. You have to hear the small and the great. All right. Regardless of the work, the history that someone has in the face of a matter, okay, then I just remember it. I just forgot it again. Slovakia. Slack it, like, wow, I actually just forgot it again. Okay, you respect person in judgment. Give the small and the great. Slakia, again, I don't know what the hell that was. Anyway, as I was saying before, we're not supposed to be respecting people in judgment, okay? We need to hear the small as well as the great. And okay, again, I got it this time, Slakia. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Okay, we need to be willing to say it out loud, okay? No, say, hey, can you not do this, X, Y, and Z? You have to say, hey, what you're doing is wrong, so that other people can see that this person is going off when they're doing something wrong. So if you see someone doing something wrong, okay, and you don't tell them in front of everyone, like for example, if we don't say that Chief Ephraim is going off by trying to tell our people to, go to a protest that has nothing to do with us, if we don't proclaim it for everyone to hear, then number one, other Israelites will think, oh yeah, this is how we're supposed to operate, and number two, Esau is going to take that as, okay, this is their aim, this is their goal. They're trying to find an opportunity in discord to start and cause violence, when that's not our goal. Okay, again, we're supposed to keep the ministry blameless. All right, we're supposed to keep the ministry blameless, and what we do, or what I want to say, what GMS does, with much respect to them, all right, because I don't always do it, I'm not gonna lie. Well, with much respect to them, what they always do, they find a lot of people going off, I want to say primarily other camps, and they correct them, okay, because it is actually gravely important that we establish that. Now, I'm not saying we as in me and GMS, because I'm not affiliated with them, but I'm just saying I just follow under them. I'm just saying that it is gravely important for whoever it applies to, that if someone that partially represents you is doing something that you do not approve of, you need to let it be known that what they're doing is wrong. For example, like the Chief Ephraim said, if we don't say out in the open that what they're doing is wrong, then people are going to get the wrong idea that, we condone that type of behavior when we do not. All right. So as a result, again, as we just read in the scriptures, open rebuke is better than secret love. We need to let everyone know, as well as the people know, that what you're doing is wrong. Now, will Chief Ephraim heed the warnings? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know. I highly doubt it. But that's me. That's just me speaking as a man. I never met him before, but hey, because I have heard of certain camps. I believe one brother, not me, but one brother has tried speaking to a certain camp or about some. Oh, actually, I did ask about the whole vandalism, the graffiti instance to one of the brothers to one of the camps that did it, okay? And when I spoke to them, they didn't want to hear it. So I guess, yeah, like some people just feel like they're too good to be rebuked. They don't care. They want to keep on just doing whatever they want to do. All right, which that doesn't help the ministry, because vandalism. Number one, vandalism is actually illegal. I'm pretty sure in most privately owned areas, potentially some public areas. Potentially, it's not. it varies. And I even spoke to another brother, as a matter of fact, and he actually did listen. I said, if you vandalize or write the name of YAHAWASHI on the floor, okay, like, isn't that kind of like disrespectful? Because you're letting people step on the name of YAHAWASHI. And he was like, okay, you know what? My bad. The next time I walk past there, I'll probably try to clean it up or something. Okay. So again, it's all about, like, are you willing to? Number one, you have to openly rebuke them, let them know that they're wrong. Okay. But also at the same time, are they willing to? Let me get that as a matter of fact. Are they willing to actually heed your rebuke or heed your warning? Okay. Let me get this. Proverbs chapter 12 from the top. Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. Psalm chapter 50 verse 16. But unto the wicked Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do? Proverbs chapter 50 verse 16. But unto the wicked Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my Psalms chapter 50 verse 16. But unto the wicked my Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. Okay, so they hate the instruction, they hate the words of YAHAWASHI, because the scriptures tell us how we should be conducting ourselves. Okay, like I had brought up before, we are sheep in the midst of wolves. Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right. So we're not supposed to be trying to fight anybody. We're supposed to be trying to look for a fight. We're supposed to be picking fights. And that's not to say that you are not allowed to defend yourself. But if that's also you tempting the Lord. Let me get these two precepts. Psalms, not Psalms. Matthew, I believe. Matthew chapter 4, verse 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on the pinnacle of the temple. So at the very top. Verse 6, and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of Yahweh, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So basically what he was saying was, he brought him to the top of the temple, the highest point of the temple. It was super high. If he fell off, if a normal person fell off, they would die. Okay? And he said, in addition to that if you jump down, if you jump off, you're not going to die. YAHAWASHI is going to send his angels to save you out of that, as you're falling to your death. Alright, verse 7, YAHAWASHI said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. So even YAHAWASHI was, with the power that he had, he said that I'm not going to tempt the Lord. I'm not going to tempt YAHAWASHI, because that's a foolish thing. That why would I unnecessarily put myself in danger? For what purpose? Okay, it's foolish for us to go out of our way, like, oh, let me put my arm into a meat grinder, or let me jump into a pit of sharks, or a den of lions or whatever, okay? A pool of sharks or a den of lions. That is foolish. That's foolishness. Was there someone in the scriptures that actually put themselves, they didn't put themselves in. They were in an actual den of lions, yes, but they didn't put themselves in that position. They were forced in that predicament. All right. But for us that are jumping into it head first, like that one trend, there was this one trend. I believe it's in India. I could be wrong, but there was this one trend where a bunch of young people, I think in teenagers or whatever, they were jumping in traffic and hoping that cars would stop for them, and a lot of them were dying because it was too quick for them for the driver to react to, and it was just a heavy death toll. There were some that actually stopped, of course, yes, but ultimately, there's a lot of people that were dying. And in all honesty, that's just the Lord judging them. That's the Lord putting a demon on them to, just to kill themselves. All right. Oh, fuck, I don't know if I can say that. So, but I don't really want to edit this. Anyway, aside from that, yeah, they had if need be, I'll edit it. As I was saying, they got a demon on them because that's also what happened in the scriptures. There was a man. Let me get this. Matthew chapter 17, verse 15. Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic and sore vexed, and oft times he falleth into the fire and oft into the water. All right, so he's partaking in self-destructive behaviors, okay, because he has an evil spirit on him, a demon on him that's making him do these, harmful things, okay. And it is no different from today, where you have these young people, these children, whatever you want to call them, young people, doing the exact same thing, okay? But hell, even worse, or more fatal mistakes, if you want to call them that. Not mistakes, but more fatal stuff, like jumping into the middle of moving traffic. There was also the selfie thing, where there was this one guy who took a selfie at the top of the Eiffel Tower or something like that. Not the Eiffel Tower, some high landmark. And after he took the selfie, he fell to his death and died. Okay, there was more and more people. I have to be ready for that selfie. There was more and more people doing the exact same thing. All right. There are more and more people doing the exact same thing. There was a heavy death toll. As a matter of fact, that's partially an epidemic that's been going on, where a lot of people are dying as a result of making foolish decisions. All right, making foolish decisions like, as I had mentioned before, the Eiffel Tower, doing stuff without a parachute, this, that, and the third. Okay, it just kind of seems like I don't know, it's just foolishness, all right. But ultimately, it's judgment on the Lord. It's judgment from the Lord, all right. But yeah, as I was mentioning before, let me get this. So yeah, in addition to that, with the events of the whole protests, all right, and how they're trying to make Israel, or how Chief Ephraim was inciting violence with Israel, okay, there will definitely be more terror attacks and more people say, oh yeah, X, Y, and Z is doing this, they're partaking in this, all right? But we need to stay faithful, stay out of partaking in that. We can't be, because there's a lot of stuff like the riots during the whole Black Lives Matter stuff, all right? There was people stealing and robbing. Okay, people were taking the chaos as an opportunity, to cause an uproar as well as, I guess, get ahead or whatever. All right, which we're not even supposed to be stealing. All right, we're not allowed to steal. The scriptures say thou shalt not steal. And in all honesty, there may be instances in the scriptures where men fight, where men fight, all right, but the Lord told us what to do as of right now, and right now we're supposed to be waiting for YAHAWASHI, and YAHAWASHI will reclaim everything and give the property that was stolen to its rightful owners. That is not our responsibility. That is not our lot to do. Our lot is to preach this gospel to the four corners of the earth. All right. And again, like, it's this whole matter of taking matters into your own hands. But what did the Lord say? Proverbs Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Okay? Let me get this also. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 22. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, and he shall save thee. So again, it's not our responsibility. It's not our lot to be doing such and such in terms of, like, combat or whatever. Our lot is to preach his gospel to the four corners of the earth. Call our people to repentance. All right? Call our people to repentance. Okay? Again, like, it's increasingly foolish to try to put an image on us, and if it's not foolish, it's just blatantly malicious to try to paint this picture of we are a violent group, we are this, we are a threat to society, when in actuality the only threat to not just society but the earth, okay, the entirety of the earth, is Esau. All right, that's the true threat to humanity. All right, and as a result of that, you have people, or Esau again. What's it? Slakia. As a result, you have Esau. As a result, you have Esau. Who will take any small thing, any inch, and turn it into a mile. All right. Like, for example, I've done a lesson on this like multiple times, or I've used it in lessons multiple times, where if you've seen this AI, this whole new AI stuff, okay, the AI has a power to make fake nudes of women, has the power to make video games seem real, make make video images of stuff that did not happen. So honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there was this one girl, okay, who who's on TikTok. It's a Moabite girl or an Ammonite, whichever. Okay, she had made a TikTok, and it was on the news, internet news, not necessarily like TV news, where they were basically saying that, oh, this girl had posted pictures of herself fully clothed, and a bunch of people got a bunch of took those pictures and made it so that she looks naked on. All right, so AI, and this is technology that's available to the public. So any random person could just take it and do something like that. If they could do something like that, they can also do which I also did a lesson on this as well. There's this one game that looks like an actual body cam footage of a police officer, infiltrating or raiding some building, all right, a terrorist event or something. The event was fake, but it looked so real. It looked like an actual, genuine, body cam footage. So with that, they're going to take these preconceived beliefs, these preconceived, events that happen, okay, and make it into an extreme, or they're just going to flat out just lie and say that, oh, the Israelites did this, and here's the footage of it, when in actuality it's just this AI stuff. All right, a lot of the AI stuff looks super real. All right, and it's gonna get to a point in time where we're not gonna know what's real and what's fake. All right, it's the technology. Esau's technology has been advancing a lot. All right, and this is technology that's available to the general public. All right, so how much more technology that's available to the higher ups, the government, the Esau Edom, okay? Because if you've seen that one movie, what's it called? Spider-Man Far From Home, the one with Mysterio in it, I think that's the movie. I didn't see it, but whatever. He basically was deceiving Peter Parker into thinking that, oh, yeah, he's talking to Nick Fury, he's talking to this, he's doing that, this, that, and the third, and all this stuff, or he's with good people, when in actuality, it was all an illusion that he made. All right, like it's that his technology is that advanced. All right, to make stuff make stuff that's not real seem real. Okay, and also if you've heard about Project Bluebeam, okay, where they were intending on faking the second coming of YAHAWASHI HaMashiach, all right, that is definitely gonna get a lot of people, okay, because most people are still under the delusion that YAHAWASHI is a soft man, an Edomite. Well, that's one of the signs that we will know when that is not the real YAHAWASHI. All right, because a lot of people, I will admit that even some Edomites are privy to the fact that YAHAWASHI is not a so-called white man. All right, but ultimately, all right, most people, or the masses, or the people that don't have too much, I guess, going on up here, all right, those people are going to fall for the okie doke, and they're gonna say, "Oh my God, save us, blah blah blah," which excuse my voice, but regardless, that's what's gonna happen. All right, they're gonna think that that YAHAWASHI is coming, or the so-called soft-haired man soft-looking man, the Edomite or whatever, okay, is YAHAWASHI, when in actuality it's not, and it is a trap. Okay, let me also get this. Who is it? Matthew chapter 24, verse 4, and YAHAWASHI answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. All right, so there's going to be people, all right, or not even just people, but there's going to be instances that genuinely deceive people. Let me get it so we can talk about it. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be genuinely deceived. They're going to believe that the man that's coming out of the sky, the so-called man, when in actuality maybe it's just going to be a hologram, maybe it's going to be someone on a jetpack. I don't know. The exact semantics is not important. The fact of the matter is the fact that we need to study up and be aware of how YAHAWASHI is actually going to make his appearance. All right. Also, where is it? Mark chapter 13, verse 22. For many false Hamashiachs and false prophets shall rise and shall show signs and wonders to seduce, even if it were possible, even the elect. Okay, so it says that the elect will not be seduced, the elect will not be deceived, but they're going to, Esau is going to, actually let me get this. Esau is going to be able to pull off miracles. Revelation chapter 16, verse 14, where they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahweh Almighty. All right, so we are informed that through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, through the scriptures, all right, we are informed that that the devil, the spirit, the carnal demon Satan, which is Esau Edom, is going to be able to perform miracles. One of those miracles that we have been able to see and hear, okay, to hear about, is the whole thing about Neuralink, okay? With Neuralink, they have been able to, or they are trying to, or they are developing ways to give people back their motor function in their body. So someone that's paralyzed from the neck down, leg down, whatever, okay, who can't move their leg, can't walk, stand, move their arms or whatever, they are being given back those motor functions, okay? In addition to that, you also have, which I've also heard about not too long ago, curing blindness, okay? They are giving people back their sight, all right? Again, it is all under slacking. It is all under the devil's miracles, okay? Because one thing, okay, to understand is that the brain, it works, the brain function, the brain sends messages throughout your body through electric signals, okay? Excuse me if I'm not too specific on the details, but the general idea is that the brain sends electric signals, and in that same sense, all right, you're able to, or they're able to connect the, whatever that Neuralink stuff is in order to have all your motor functions, all right, in that same sense, in that same aspect, all right? So, obviously it's, as I mentioned previously before, with the electric signals, all right, you are able to make the connection and restore, and they are able to restore, you know, motor functionality and stuff, because they do know what's the word, how the body works, and they study in all this stuff. So something that seems impossible, you know, for us, I guess, not for us necessarily, but in a fundamental, not fundamental, I don't know what the proper term is, but something that seems impossible or has always been an impossibility previously, okay, they're just now making it possible, you know, with these new stuff. And as a result, because of these new developments that they're making, all right, because of these new developments that they're making, all right, people get enticed by these developments, as well as enticed by the fact that they're going to be able to do more as a result, okay? More, or hell, maybe even be bionic, superhuman strength or whatever, and that entices them, and that seems that appeals to them, so that they will want to, you know, partake and accept see him, as well as whatever technological advancement that they come up with, all right? When in actuality, we know that it's a snare for them to have control over us, all right? So, as a result, okay, we have faith, we hold strong, we be patient, and it's like we practice our patience for when the Lord is going to deliver us from this wicked kingdom, this wicked captivity. And also, one thing to note is the fact that the people, all right, or the nation, or not the nations, but the people, the masses of people have been increasingly becoming less and less intelligent, okay? As a result of that lack of intelligence, as time goes on, as we get to the next generation, all right, or less, or more dependent on, you know, someone else, because, you know, or more dependent on, oh yeah, I can't think of what to think. Someone needs to tell me how to think, or someone needs to tell me, is this the right thing to do? Okay, which in all honesty, you know, if you are in this truth, you need to be able to make hard decisions on your own. All right, you need to be grow in wisdom, number one, as well as grow in knowledge, so that you are able to know, okay, this is not even a question, because the Lord told me, you know, we're not supposed to be doing this. Okay, which there you also have people like Chief Ephraim, okay, Slakia, just keep on coming back to them, all right, who are either, I guess I'm not going to say for a fact that they're an agent. I'm just going to say that they either are uninformed or they are malicious. They have malicious intent, all right? Because there's nothing good that comes out of it. All right, anyway, as I was saying, the masses of people are very uninformed. They don't know how to think they can't come to conclusions, they can't draw conclusions on their own. They need someone, they need a leader to tell them what to do, how to think, this and the third. When in actuality, us being the truth, we need to be our own leaders. In the sense that when it comes to, let's say, Esau comes running up in your houses and you're not with your other brothers, okay, you're not with your camp, you're not with your group or whatever, all right? Are you going to be able to make the proper decision or know how to handle the situation, or are you reliant on someone else telling you what the correct choice to make is? All right, this is the thing, and this is self-examination. I'm not gonna pretend like, and I speak to myself as well, because I'm not gonna pretend like I have all the answers. Far from it. Okay, I'm still learning. All right, and I would. That's the last thing I would do. The last thing I would say is that I'm knowledgeable enough to make my own decisions. All right. I try to make my own decisions the best I can with the limited knowledge that I have. Okay, just as I try to attempt to make lessons with the limited knowledge that I have. Okay, I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm super knowledgeable in the scriptures. Okay, I still have to. I literally still search up from wording. Okay, I don't memorize the exact book, chapter, verse for everything. I memorize the wording, and I can, I basically have a general idea of what the scriptures say. But as time goes on, I try to develop that and keep it in practice more and more, so that I'm more and more familiar with it, so that I can memorize and know the scriptures. Just as Denzel Washington's character did in the book of Eli. All right, he memorized the scriptures from front to back, and he recited, okay, for the guy that was making a copy of it, right? Which honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the end of that movie was kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie, because okay, so he made a copy, and then he put it somewhere, and then what? That's it. There was really nothing that happened as a result. Honestly, I'm not saying that Edomite should have gotten the book. I'm just saying the ending was kind of weird. Just speak as a man. Regardless, it's just a movie. The more important thing to acknowledge is the lessons that we can take from that movie. Okay, and also the fact that he was blind. He was literally blind. He could not see physically, but yet, as he was walking, he made it to the place that he needed to go, even though he was blind. He wasn't walking by sight. He was walking by faith, and he trusted in the Lord, that the Lord would guide his steps, guide his path, guide him to the place where he needed to go. All right. And lo and behold, the Lord got him to where he is. And how much more us, all right? Are we going to have faith that the Lord's going to guide us down the right path, all right? and that extends not just to, us trying to get our actual 2 feet from point A to point B, but also, are we gonna let the Lord guide us into being in the proper truth, following the proper doctrine, the proper camp, the proper whatever, all right? Because it's not just about, oh yeah, I'm in a camp, so I'm good, but it's also about, are you, for example, there might be people in IC that are a part of IUIC that are a part of the elect, but they just have not come out of that camp. but they know they're Israelites. They're the first part of it, the first step, but yet they're still being deceived, okay, temporarily, because ultimately, when the Lord is dealing with the elect, when it comes to the elect, okay, as soon as the Lord puts us in this truth, all right, there's no falling out of it, all right? Let me actually get that. It's Hebrews, I believe. Hebrews chapter 6, as it was, verse 4, for it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted of the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Ghost and have tasted the good word of Yahweh and the powers of the world to come, if they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucify to themselves the Son of Yahweh afresh and put him to an open shame. Okay, so as soon as we come into this truth, okay, we're staying in this truth. For those that fall out, all right, we can't come back. There's no coming back in, all right. It's just you're done for, all right. Those are the people that are basically confirmed destroyed. Confirmed destroyed by, yes, nuclear destruction, or confirmed not going to be a part of the elect, right? Slovakia. All right? So, yeah, they might be half in the truth, but Slovakia, they might be half in this truth, but we're waiting for when all the elect are sealed, which it's not fully yet until all the elect are, following the proper doctrine of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI, okay? Following the true words of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI, not two truths and a lie, half truths, okay? Partial truths, or what I want, or cherry picking what I want to believe. All right, that's Christian actually. So, yeah, you have maybe someone in HOI, okay, that might think, okay, you know what they're doing right now, I don't agree with it, so I'm gonna leave. And then maybe then they see, okay, you know what, it's time for us to get out it's time for me to get out of HOI and follow GMS, follow whatever, or they take a step back to truly examine themselves, as well as examine the word of Yahawashi and who is following after the true, genuine word of Yahawashi. All right, and then they make their decision there, and through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi, the Lord guides them into the 144% truth. All right, we look out for it. We attempt to do that stuff, because we've all been truth seekers, I guess, for lack of a better term. Some of us were actively seeking out truth. I'll say that. It was a long time of me looking at different, not because I wanted to, but I was forced to, looking at different religions, okay, and thinking about how it fits with Yahawashi and the truth, and then the Lord guided me to where I am today. All right, being out here learning the scriptures. All right, and ironically, kind of we had Bibles. We had Bibles back then when I was a kid in my household, and the Bibles were in my possession, and yet I didn't know of the truth until someone explained it to me. Okay, which actually, let me get that as a matter of fact. me, Salakia. Acts chapter 8, verse 30, and Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, how can I except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. Okay, so yeah, you might have, someone might just have a Bible or just have the tools of the truth, all right? But it doesn't mean anything unless the Lord opened up your mind, opened up your spirit to be able to receive it, all right? So even then, there are people who have teachers who are still unable to receive and learn, the truth, okay? Or even able to comprehend, the gospel, the truth, or whatever. All right? Because I'm sure there have been, people that people in GMS, whatever, prophets of Babylon as well, that genuinely tried to teach someone, we've all tried to teach our families at one point. I know I've tried to show my family, all right, multiple times actually, and they just can't get it, all right. So in that sense, the Lord just did not put it in their lot for them to get it, or maybe they're going to repent later on down the line. Okay, you never know, all right. But it's also a matter of having the spiritual discernment to be able to tell, okay, you know what, is constantly trying to teach this person, is it worth it? Am I wasting my effort, wasting my time? Do I need to just, shake off the dust from my feet or whatever and just move on to the next one? All right, let me actually see if I can get that. Matthew chapter 10, verse 14, and whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Okay, so in the instance of, you try your best to try to explain something to them, and they just cannot get it, and hey, it's just whatever, all right? You did your part, you did your best, you tried, and if ultimately if they don't want to heed your words, all right, then that destruction is gonna fall upon them from the Lord, not from you, all right? The Lord's judgment will fall upon whoever is deserving, whoever was wicked, whoever wants to follow after their own lusts, right? Which that is a big thing, I heard a lot of stuff, all right, about this whole. I heard a lot of stuff, okay, about how certain Israelites, okay, they grew up with in hard living conditions, all right. One of the things was they would be, they would have to fight, or they would not necessarily fight physically, but they would be used to always being combative with other people, all right. But one of the things is that as they came into this truth, they learned discipline, and they're not as, rough neck you know, which, you know, comprehending and understanding that it's not always about, trying to fight or trying to force yourself or your beliefs or whatever on someone else, but it's a matter of just, you know, having the patience. Okay, what does the scripture say about someone like that? Proverbs 16, verse 32, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. So, Anyway, as I was saying, if you're able to have that self-control, okay, keep your anger in check, keep your emotions in check, okay, that type of person, that type of man is better than a man that's able to, you know, impose his belief, impose his doctrine, impose his will on someone else, okay, as the scriptures say. And that's also another thing of the Lord wanting us to remember that our war is a spiritual war and not a carnal war. Okay, that's why we're not supposed to be fighting. We're supposed to have the discipline and self-control to not attack someone, you know, or not go around picking fights, all right? That's a better choice of words, a better example, all right? Like, it's like you're inviting conflict by saying, oh, hey, I'm in the middle of your protest, all right? I hope you don't, I really hope you don't pick a fight with me, all right? And then it's kind of like they're taunting them. I think they were taunting. I do believe, I could be wrong, I'm not saying this is a fact, but I do believe that there was some taunting going on, all right? Possibly. But, yeah, there was some taunting going on, and it's like they're attempting to pick a fight so that they can seem like they're in the right. When in actuality, you should have never been there in the first place. You shouldn't be taking it upon yourself to try to start a fight in a matter that does not involve you. Okay? The Israel and Hamas conflict does not involve us. Let them destroy each other. Let them, you know, fight it out amongst each other. But that doesn't have anything to do with us, all right? Where our business is over here in Babylon, and our business is preaching this gospel to the four corners of the earth, and, you know, preaching and teaching. It's not fighting, all right? Yet they're trying to, you know, I guess. Which is, that's another thing, actually. You know, it's this whole, you know, giving thing to try to get some traction for their, I guess, group or whatever. Like, I heard a lot of people saying, you guys are always just, again, I bit my lip. You guys are always just talking. You're not going out with the powers and powers. You're not doing this. You're not trying to, you know, get people. You're not trying to get people. Well, I don't know if I was actually prepared this time or I was gone. Anyway, you're not trying to, you know, do this ministry. Where's your gimmicks and whatnot? Like, we don't need a gimmick. Our gimmick is the Lord. Our Lord, or that sounds kind of disrespectful. Okay. Slovakia win. Oh shit. Oh gosh. Bear with me. Do I have to? All right, think we're good. YAHAWADAH. Okay, this should be good. All right, Slakia. Anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, gimmicks. Okay, so we don't have any gimmicks. Okay, we just have the power of YAHAWASHI, which, okay, as a result of His, I guess if you want to call it divine intervention, if not His utility or just interference or how He made things out to be. All right. The Lord is going to pick and choose who is going to hear. Oh gosh. Who's going to hear this gospel, and whoever needs to hear it, the Lord will guide them to it. Okay? So as I was basically like, the way you see anyone that walks by or whatever, if the Lord wanted them to hear it, the Lord will make them come ask questions. The Lord will make them say, hey, what is this about? This, that, the third. Or, open their mind, not only just to hear it or lead them to it, okay? But He will also make it so that they would receive it as well. All right? He would make it so that, okay, something activated in them, okay? There's an inactive agent, okay? Like, there's the core of the doctrine of YAHAWASHI, the core of the elect is in the people, but it needs to be activated by listening, by hearing the doctrine of YAHAWASHI, by hearing the word of YAHAWAH, right? Okay. So anyway, so yeah, that's an activation, all right. We're just a catalyst, all right. We're just a catalyst, but we don't need to activate it, because that takes away from the power of YAHAWASHI. Our job isn't to make a big spectacle of things. Our job is to make a big spectacle, all right? It's just to do our job, just to preach the gospel, all right? There's nothing more, nothing less, okay? We don't need to, make the news for, whatever type of stuff, all right? We don't need to make the news. We just need to, do our part, which, that's, you have people like, not people, groups like IUIC, doing all these, what's it called? Making all these spectacles, making a big deal out of certain things, okay? Or, I don't know what that one group, I think it was ISUPK, maybe, YAHAWADAH, not YAHAWADAH, but maybe, I believe it was ISUPK that was going up to people's houses, like Jehovah's Witnesses, Jehovah's Witnesses, all right? Basically going door to door and saying, hey, this, then the third, blah, 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 explaining this the same way that the Jehovah's Witnesses do, all right? When, again, we're not supposed to do that, all right? That's not what our job is. This word is not for everyone. And it kind of seems like people are trying to reach everyone, okay? Especially when they do these gimmicks, all right? But in actuality, we're not supposed to be reaching everyone. It's only the elect. Okay, let me get this. Matthew chapter 20, verse 16. So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen. Okay, many are called. Okay, called as in metaphorically speaking, called as in like, okay, I'm out here preaching this word. Okay, and the Lord calls someone to approach me, and the Lord chooses them to actually receive. Chooses them to actually, be able to receive it, because you have all these people, all these cars driving by. All right, some of them are honking, scoffing, whatever. Okay, but the few that the Lord actually wants to genuinely have received this word. All right, they're gonna actually, be able to get the word, receive it, and go off from there. Okay, this is how the elect is found. All right, and I'll even use myself for support. So I can even think about yourself and how you got into this truth. All right. For me personally, it wasn't because of anyone I saw, which actually, ironically, I only saw Israelites on the Howard Zimbabwe's after I got into this truth, which is crazy. Anyway, I also think it also has to do with the fact that it also has to do with the fact that I guess it was earlier on when being on the highways and highways weren't as popular and not as many brothers were doing it. I would like to think or assume. All right, but aside from that, the way I found out about this truth was by the internet. Okay, which again, the internet is a big thing. All right, the internet is a big thing where anyone on the earth, anyone on the face of the earth, okay, can see these lessons or these videos, and then the Lord will guide them to it. Okay, Esau thinks that Esau is actually, suppressing our videos, our discoverability. All right, but ultimately, if the Lord wants someone to find it, they will find it. The people that it actually involves, or the people that actually matter. All right, it is a very, there's so many videos, online. There's so many videos being uploaded to YouTube a day. Okay, I think there was like thousands, if not hundreds or millions of videos uploaded to YouTube a day. All right, yet the Lord made it so that one or some of these videos that got to me, it got to the elect that needed to hear it, or whoever was introduced to this truth via the internet, because they could be in the UK or any other country, okay? Because Israel is not just exclusive to America; it's all countries, okay? Maybe America has the most Israelites teaching, but there are different camps and whatnot, or truth coming out across the globe. And the thing is, in addition to that, you also have brothers who are bilingual, okay, or trilingual or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to learn a second language, but hey, I honestly believe to the Spirit that it's not my lot. I'm gonna still try. I'm gonna keep on trying. But if you are blessed with being able to know 2 languages, YAHAWASHI, and you should be using that. As a matter of fact, that's a part of your talent. Okay? That's one of your talents. You should be translating some of these videos or putting the closed captions on these lessons. All right? Because I heard that's what some brothers have been doing. I don't know if they did it on mine. I think I heard someone do it for me one time or something like that. But regardless, that this is the importance of being able to acknowledge the talents that you have and make use of it. Okay, I imagine that it's going to be pretty hard to do it most of the time. Actually, I can only imagine because I don't know the true discrepancy of the complications of translating language. Maybe it's easy, maybe it's not, but the importance is you should be doing what you can, and if that is your thing, like say for example, if you know Chinese, okay, translate some brothers' videos into Chinese so that the brothers or the whatever, the Israelites in China can get this word too. In Japanese too. Indian, fucking, I don't know, I really can only think of European countries, China, Japan, Korea, America, India, Australia. No, they speak English. But yeah, you get the picture. All right. Whatever language you can, try translating elder GMS lessons and whatnot. That's actually, and speaking as a man, I think that's a really good use of your time. Okay, if you feel like you can't, make lessons, then maybe you can translate lessons so that other people can get it too. All right, that's very important, honestly. Because I know a lot of Hispanic brothers and sisters that only know Spanish. Okay, I know a lot of Haitian brothers and sisters that only know French. Okay, so then they need that. They need you to do that for them. All right. And yeah, that's it. That was even one of the things. Getting an interpreter. Okay. That's a very big role. If the Lord blesses you with being able to translate or knowing 2 languages, then don't make light of that blessing, right? Make full use of it. Do your part, right? Because definitely other brothers or people across the world need that, right? You never know who you might be helping out. Okay, even for me, my videos, they barely get views, all right? But you never know if there's that one brother that's watching your videos every day, that needs you to make a lesson. Because I know for me personally, I always watch Elder Brother Manak Zakba, Prophet Agar, from Prophets of Babylon, all right? Those 2 I watch the most out of anyone, all right? And who, again, like I said, who knows what each brother is always watching, okay? You never know who's always watching. So you have to make full use of your talents and do what you can, okay? Don't think that what you're not doing, and don't think that the stuff that you're doing is futile, it's worthless or anything like that. If you can still do it, then you better do it, right? So with that, this is edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawadah, the honors of the elders and apostles of the great millstone, DTA, Abad, Babal, and Shalom.